Hello, pedal power people. How you doing today? I'm not on the trails because it's raining outside, but I did think I would take the time to give you a tour of my Shredquarters here in Bahama, North Carolina. Yeah, that's right. Pedal Power has its own Shredquarters, a place that I can work on my bikes and keep them out of the weather when they're not on the trails. So let's take a look at what we got. Well, of course, you know you got to start with your workbench. So I've got a standard set of bike tools, and of course all of my degreasers and lubricants and spare tubes or sealants and such. Found a truing stand right here at a local thrift store for $6. It's a Park Tool TS2. Gotta love that. Over on this other side of the bench I keep my helmets and my GoPro stuff. And that RC car, that's pretty dope. I found it in the job site construction dumpster with the controller. Yes, it works. There's my old school Rock Shock Judy from the 90s, and also my extra 100 mil Rock Shock Judy. Underneath the workbench is where I hang my jerseys and my body armor and my rain gear. And kind of have a closet over in this corner for all my other gear. I hang my knee pads and elbow pads there, keep them aired out. All the shoes have their place. And as you roll around, I hang all my bikes on the walls to keep them organized and out of the weather. We'll go through these real quick. Here's a 29-inch Scott Scale 970 hardtail. Specialized rock hopper, 29-inch hardtail. Rocky Mount hammer from the 90s, my second mountain bike. It also is a hardtail, and I have it set up as a single speed right now as a little jump bike. Here's a Fixie, Pure Fix, Fixie, right out, I think they're out of California. And a classic right here. Check out this Peugeot, was given to me by a dear friend. My wife has a gravel bike. That's a Cannondale Q4. We love to go out on the greenways and such around here. Next it is a 1980s Schwinn Traveler. I was lucky enough to kind of score that one. Someone had left it abandoned and on our property. Then there's my road bike, which is a Cannondale R600 CAD 5. Also ride a Diamondback Release 1 full suspension 27.5. This one I'm super stoked about. My buddy Ron, who owns Underground Cycles in Sylvan, North Carolina, has loaned this touring bike to me so we can go on a bike packing trip this spring. This is a Bruce Gordon Rockin' Road Tour. So I'm really stoked to have such a fine steed to go bike packing with my buddy Ron. My Shredquarters happens to also be a music studio, so on one half of the room I can have a jam session with my boys, and on the other half of the room we can have a mechanical session. So, you know, we all got to have our own Shredquarters, so I'm glad to introduce you to mine, and as soon as the weather lifts and the trails dry up, we'll see you out on the trails.